my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on my bended knees, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me in a voice so sweet, I thought I heard a shuffle of angels' feet. He called my name and my heart stood still when he said, man, go do my will. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him the God's gonna cut him down. Tell him the God's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Later gotta cut you down. You can throw your rock and hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But sure as God made black and white, to the light, you can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down.
I think one of the challenges to resurrecting a game like Medieval, you go back to the original game like we did at the beginning of this. You go back to it and you look at it. You don't want to deliver like an exact replica of that original game.
Right.
You want to deliver the game that people remember playing. And so what we want to do is, like, instead of going back and recreating that perfectly, we want to recreate what you remember about that game and what you took away from that game.
Well, there's also the, I mean, we have access to the original source code, right? So, and we can see in there that they had intents to take the game even further, or they're, like there's boss battles in there that have states that just not in the final game that they were working on and then were commented out. So we can see what their artistic design was or what they were trying to go after.
And one of the most important aspects of doing that is really walking in the shoes of the original creators.
Yeah.
So that's why it's almost like an archaeological project where you're kind of digging up all this material.
Yeah.
You're talking to the original team. You're trying to find out exactly what they were thinking, what they were feeling at the time, and you use that as a way to springboard into the new direction you want to take the game and the presentation and the feel and the mechanics.
Yeah, enemies in particular were a huge challenge. There are, 56 different enemy types, which, by today's standards, you go even large AAA games don't have that variety of characters.
The one thing that stands out to me about Medieval that I still remember today was when I first got to the time device level, which is this crazy level that has brains, trains, and clockwork parts, and it was just this bizarre change of pace in the game that just felt like it belonged as much as it didn't. And I really enjoyed that part of the game. And I in fact, like that level kind of opened my eyes up to that kind of design where you can just throw that weird left hook that nobody's expecting and take people on this like totally different path in a game. And that one was hands down my favorite part of the game.
The Hall of Heroes is probably my favorite place in the game because it's something that alludes to a larger world that Dan lives in, and that world is everywhere. You can feel it everywhere. It's the way the characters are written, the personalities involved, and there's just a ton of charm there that makes you want to spend time in that world. And I think ultimately that's one of the reasons why it has endured for 20 years. Why people today are just such huge fans of it. Is because those characters they created. Dan is an amazing character, and all of this cast of characters of all these heroes that come from different lands, and they all have something to say about Dan and his position in the world. I think really that to me is really having the ability to go in and interpret that and sort of build out this world and artistically was really probably been the most fun part of this entire thing.
No, wait!
Stay close!
Stress test, got a hook. Previous session terminated after unacceptable levels of cervical acceleration deceleration. Commencing test, now. 2.001, unsuccessful. Stress test, 2.002. 2.217. 217 meets safety design criteria. Volatility test. Vulcan Shield version 1.001. Jordan, if you're watching this, you owe me a drink.
Welcome to Doom Eternal's Battle Mode. This 2 versus 1 multiplayer gives players the chance to experience the fast, aggressive fun of single player with their friends. With 5 playable demons and 6 unique maps at launch, Battle Mode is a whole new way to play Doom. To start, let's take a closer look at its playable characters. The Revenant, one of the most versatile and agile demons. His jetpack and dash allow you to move quickly through the environment. His shoulder-mounted rockets deliver consistent firepower, while his special attack, a targeted rocket barrage, delivers heavy, long-range damage. The Pain Elemental. His ability to fly gives him a bird's-eye view, making it easier to track the Slayer and attack from the air. But that makes him more vulnerable when he's not using his rechargeable soul shield. The Mancubus. Big, beefy, and badass. He's got heavy cannons, flamethrowers, and tons of health. All of which make him lethal in a close-quarters fight with the Slayer. While he's not the most mobile demon, his smoke bombs can obscure his position or flush out an elusive Slayer. But Demon strategy goes beyond their individual abilities. All the demons in battle mode can drop hazards that damage the Slayer, as well as summon different combinations of AI-controlled demons that behave and fight just like you expect from the campaign. Dropping hazards and summoning demons is controlled through a summoning wheel, allowing you to use these critical tools quickly when under fire. In battle mode, players take control of a fully loaded Slayer with all his guns, mods, and equipment. Just like in single player, the Slayer must aggressively manage not just the demons in the arena, but also their resources. Glory kill demons to replenish health, chainsaw to gain ammo, and torch demons to add armor. But be aware, each demon player has a slow charging ability to block those resources for a short time during the round. A perfectly timed resource block can put the Slayer on the ropes. Battle Mode is all about fast-paced fun, but the mode's gameplay goes beyond character abilities to create moments of incredible pacing and drama. Take something simple like player outlines. Demons can always see the Slayer, even through walls. But if the Slayer is able to break line of sight, his outline vanishes. Each arena has been designed to allow a clever Slayer to use the environment to become invisible and then flank the demons. This can change the pace of a match from a head-to-head brawl to a game of cat and mouse that leads to a surprise attack and then back to a brawl. Every arena is also designed with 2 portals facing each other at opposite ends that can only be used by the Slayer. As Slayers learn to use the portals to flank the demons, the tactic can be countered by demon players who drop hazards or AI demons on the other end. Working together is critical for the demons. When alone, a player demon doesn't typically stand a chance against a Slayer with all his weapons and speed. So Slayers try to isolate a demon, take it out, and move on to the next. The demons can counter by staying close and working together. There are also important strategies for the Slayer to master. In the air, the Slayer is tough to hit, and the arenas have been designed with jump pads and monkey bars that a Slayer can use to traverse from one portal to the other without touching the ground, all while delivering damage to the demon players. Of course, the Slayer's need for ammo, armor, and health bring him back to the ground, so when he lands to chainsaw an enemy for more ammo, demon players can launch a coordinated attack. One of the most dramatic moments in every round is when a demon dies. Once the Slayer has eliminated one demon, a respawn timer begins, and the Slayer has 20 seconds to eliminate the other demon to win the round. If he fails, the dead demon player rejoins the fight with half health. This quickly turns an all-out battle into a tense game of hide-and-seek. Rounds are won when either the Slayer is killed or both player-controlled demons are killed. But strategy extends between rounds as well. Players choose upgrades, abilities, and even super weapons in later rounds. In a best-of-5 match, if either side can win just one round, they gain access to power items, like player demons being able to summon the Baron of Hell, or Slayers gaining the BFG. Battle Mode is designed to be a fresh, competitive experience that's full of drama and deep strategies. After launch, all players can expect additional playable demons and maps for free. We hope you'll join us in Raising Hell in Doom Eternal's Battle Mode on November 22nd.
To understand gravity is to comprehend the shape of the universe and to hear the harmony that lies beneath. Let's begin the experiment. Sigma present. Barrier activated. Intriguing movement, but inconsequential. Let's continue the experiment.
Justice reigns from above.
Fascinating, but what goes up must come down. A pattern forms,
You can't catch me.
and the data indicates... There! The experiment is almost concluded. Do you sense it? It's time for a graphitic flux! The universe sings to me! Listen closely to the harmony that binds all things. The universe is magnificent.
Turn off the engine. Step out of the vehicle.
El tiempo es el fuego en el que ardemos.
Nice ride. But I'm gonna need those keys right now.
I said right now!
Every day is danger. So take no risks. Don't fuck up. Don't talk back. They impose limits to control us. Limits to make us blend in. Make us safe. But we own the limits. And we'll own the night.
You know how fast you were going?
Survival of the fastest. No prizes for second place. But standing out means becoming a target. They destroy, so we design. They control, so we create. If you catch fire, run. You'll burn faster.